were born poor. Maybe not just poor in money, but poor in options, poor in connections, poor in chances. Maybe you grew up hearing things like, "This is just how life is for people like us." Maybe you watched your parents work hard and still fall behind. Maybe you learned early not to dream too loud because disappointment was expensive. None of that was your fault. But here's the truth most people never tell you. If you spend your entire life blaming where you started, you will never discover where you could finish. This is the story of a man who learned that lesson the hard way. And if you've ever felt trapped by your past, stay with me, because this story might change how you see your future. Adam was 27 years old and lived in a single rented room above a small grocery store. The ceiling fan rattled when it spun. The walls were thin enough that he could hear customers arguing downstairs. He worked as a delivery helper for a local supplier. No contract, no benefits, paid by the day. Some weeks he earned enough to eat properly. Some weeks he didn't. Adam grew up in the same neighborhood. Same narrow streets, same faces sitting outside tea stalls all day, talking about what they would have done if life had been fair. His father had been a factory worker until the factory closed. After that, nothing stable ever came again. His mother cleaned houses. She used to say, "At least we survive." Adam hated that word. Survive. He didn't want to just survive. But he also didn't know how to escape. Every night he lay on his thin mattress, scrolling his phone, watching other people live lives that felt unreal. New jobs, new cities, confidence. He told himself the same story over and over. I was born poor. I didn't get the right education. People like me don't get chances. And because that story felt true, he never challenged it. One afternoon, Adam returned to his room and found the door unlocked. Inside, his small suitcase was on the floor. So were his clothes. The landlord stood near the window, arms crossed. "You're 2 months late," he said. "I waited long enough." Adam tried to explain, tried to promise payment, tried to ask for time. The landlord shook his head. "You have 1 week." That night, Adam sat on the floor, back against the wall, staring at nothing. 1 week, no savings, no backup plan, no one to call. For the first time, fear cut through his excuses. Not the fear of being poor, the fear of being stuck forever. There was one person Adam hadn't spoken to in years, his uncle, David. David had grown up in the same area, same schools, same lack of money. But years ago, he left. People said he was selfish, that he thought he was better than everyone else. Adam didn't like him much either. Still, desperation has a way of changing pride. He called. After a few rings, David answered. Adam explained everything, the rent, the deadline, the fear. Then he asked for help. There was a pause on the line. "I'm not giving you money," David said calmly. Adam felt heat rise in his chest. "So that's it?" "No," David replied. "That's the beginning. What does that even mean?" "It means money won't save you. It'll only delay the problem." Adam clenched his jaw. "You don't know what it's like." "I know exactly what it's like," David said. "I just decided not to stay there." "You weren't responsible for being born poor," David continued, "but you are responsible for staying poor." Adam said nothing. "You wake up every day doing the minimum to survive," David said. "Then you blame the world for not giving you more." "That's not fair," Adam snapped. "Life isn't fair," David replied, "but responsibility is still yours." The words hit harder than Adam expected. David went on. "You're waiting for conditions to change before you change. That day never comes. "So what do you want me to do?" Adam asked quietly. "I want you to choose," David said. "Comfort or growth." "Come to my workshop tomorrow morning," David said. 6 a.m. "For what?" "To see how I live, and to decide if you're ready to work for a different future. And if I don't come, then don't call me again asking for rescue." The line went dead. Adam sat there in silence. No speeches, no promises, just a choice. For the first time in his life, Adam understood something clearly. No one was coming to save him. Not family, not luck, not time. If his life was going to change, he had to change first, and that terrified him. Adam didn't sleep that night. At 5:30 a.m., he stood outside David's workshop, heart pounding, hands cold. He could still turn around, go back to what was familiar, go back to surviving. He raised his hand and knocked. David opened the door and looked at Adam for a long second. Then he stepped aside. "Come in." The workshop smelled like metal and oil. Tools lined the walls. A few men were already working, focused, quiet, moving with purpose. David handed Adam a cup of tea. "Sit." They sat at a small table near the back. David picked up a marker and drew 2 lines on a piece of cardboard. "Every person born poor ends up here," he said. "One line is comfort. The other is growth." Adam watched. "Comfort feels safe," David continued. "You complain with friends. You blame the system. You survive. But nothing changes." He tapped the other line. "Growth is painful. You work when you're tired. You learn when others rest. You feel stupid before you feel skilled." David looked at Adam. "You don't get both." Adam swallowed. "What if I fail?" "You will," David said. "Failing isn't the problem. Quitting is." David leaned forward. "I'll give you work here," he said. "It's not easy. Long hours, low praise, real responsibility." Adam nodded. "But there's a condition," David added. "After work, you study, every day, no excuses." "Study what?" "A skill," David said. "One that gives you leverage." Adam hesitated. "I've never been good at studying." "That's because you never had a reason," David replied. David slid a notebook across the table. 2 years, he said. 2 years of showing up early, working hard, and learning after hours. "And then?" Adam asked. "Then your life won't look like this anymore," David said. "But only if you commit." Adam thought about his room, the eviction notice, the word survive. "I'm in," he said. The days were brutal. Adam woke up before sunrise, worked until his arms ached. Sweat soaked his clothes. After work, while others went home, he went to a public library. At first, nothing made sense. The words felt heavy, the concepts confusing. More than once, he wanted to quit. His friends laughed at him. "Why are you killing yourself?" they asked. "You're still broke." Adam didn't argue. He kept going. Something strange started to happen. He felt tired, but proud. By month 3, he understood things that once scared him. By month 6, he noticed his confidence change. Not loud confidence, quiet confidence. The kind that comes from keeping promises to yourself. One evening, Adam caught his reflection in a dark window. He looked different, not richer, not successful, but focused. He stopped saying, "I'm poor." He started saying, "I'm learning." That small shift changed everything. His decisions changed, his habits changed, his patience grew. David noticed. "You don't walk like someone waiting anymore," David said one day. "You walk like someone building." 8 months in, Adam got an offer, an easier job, more free time, slightly better pay. The old Adam would have said yes immediately. Comfort was tempting. Adam thought about it all night. Then he remembered the two lines, comfort, growth. The next morning he said no. That decision hurt, but it also freed him. Adam moved out of the room above the grocery store. Nothing fancy, just quiet, just his own. He had savings, not much, but enough. More importantly, he had direction. David promoted him. More responsibility, more trust. Adam still worked hard, still studied at night, but now he believed something he never had before. This is working. 2 years after that knock on the door, Adam stood where David once stood, training someone new. The man looked tired, lost, familiar. "This isn't forever," Adam told him, "but only if you decide it's not." That night, Adam walked home slowly. He thought about his parents, his past, his fears. He hadn't escaped poverty overnight. He had outgrown it. Here's the lesson. You are not broken because you were born poor. You are not weak because you struggle. But if you keep choosing comfort over growth, nothing will change. Purpose isn't found, it's built. One decision, one habit, one uncomfortable day at a time. You don't need luck. You don't need permission. You need responsibility. So ask yourself this, honestly. Are you surviving or are you building? Because where you started is not who you are. And where you finish is still your choice. If this story touched your heart, please like this video. Share it with someone who feels slow or left behind. Subscribe to Wisdom Square for weekly stories like this. We are here to grow together. Thank you for listening. See you in the next story.